Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We have a very grotesque case. I might try not to gag in this video. It's so disgusting. Look at the picture of the man. I'll put it up. Ugh. We have a man being charged at the time. I think he didn't do that much time, but he's being charged with drugging his wife so his stepdaughter and her friend can, and I quote, put on a show for him. Y'all, there's sexual stuff involved, and this is all for insurance money. And it's so insane that the daughter was providing the drugs. Y'all, how? And he's thinking they're getting married. Him and the daughter's supposed to be getting married. So she was trying to help him take out the mom. So while she's drugged up, they're hooking up. Y'all, I'm just a loss of words for this disgusting case. He looked absolutely gross. Like, how do people do this? This stuff you see on, like, you see this on, like, horrible movies. You don't see this in real life. Like, this is disgusting. So let's get into it. Husband poisoned wife's Coke, knowing it would kill her, so her daughter and friend could put on a show as she slept. A husband faces prison time in Indiana after admitting years later that he poisoned his wife's Coke beverages with drugs a dozen times and caused a substantial risk of death so she would fall asleep and her daughter and friend could put on a show for him. And that is Alfred Ruff. The Wayne County Sheriff's Office said that after it went to the victim's home, she was 51 at the time, when she said she was being poisoned by her husband, Alfred Ruff allegedly admitted to giving the victim an unknown substance, knowing it would eventually kill her. The victim was hospitalized several times in 2021, believed to be a result of the poisonings, authorities said, claiming to also have two other persons of interest in what was then a conspiracy to commit murder without resulting in death probe. Officials did not specify who those persons of interest might be, but the victim's daughter and her friends were mentioned in a report from 2022 about the eye-popping allegations against Ruff. So the fact that he went for poisoning because they didn't want it, they wanted to be a natural cause, like her getting sick of something, is just crazy. And I just can't, I'm like, oh my God, like that really make you be scared of drinking stuff from people. Your own husband. Like, I wonder if he was giving signs that like he was like getting weirded, but I guess, you know, they play it off so cool. And the fact that now we know that the daughter, before it would continue reading it, that the daughter played a part in this and her friend is so disgusting. Let me just continue reading before It was alleged that Ruff himself confessed to putting a substance in his wife's Coca-Cola drinks a number of times over a period of months in 2021, and that both her daughter and the friend knew about this because they suggested it and would put on a show for him when the victim fell asleep. After the last straw incident that led to Ruff's arrest, when he allegedly admitted to his wife about the poisoning attempts, the victim reportedly tested positive at the hospital for cocaine, benzodiazepines, and MDMA, also known as ecstasy or Molly. The news reported that Ruff admitted he was spiking his wife's drinks with an unknown substance that her daughter provided, that this happened around 12 times, and that each time his stepdaughter and her friend would come over to the house was when the victim was asleep. He also allegedly admitted that he had sex with the victim's daughter and that she and the friend would put on a show, that he would pay for sex acts, and that the daughter suggested getting mom out of the picture for life insurance money purposes. He may have also believed the victim's daughter would want to marry him after his wife was gone, but other sources were less clear on which of the two women that detail spoke of. So if we're going to say allegedly, okay, we're going to say allegedly, if that's true, why would... Because it's kind of like, is he telling the truth or not? Because like he admitted to his wife that he was poisoning her. First of all, can we talk about that detail? Can you imagine, like, say you're on the couch and you've been telling your husband, like, after going to the hospital so many times, you feel like something just like wrong. I feel like I ate something wrong, and he comes out and like, oh yeah, that's probably because of me, because I was poisoning you. Now, I do believe that some stuff was going on, because why would he poison her? There's always a reason for something. Obviously, they say, like, well, you know, money reasons. But I feel like it was definitely, I wouldn't want to think that he just threw them under the bus for nothing, because people would do that. But it was so detailed that I really do think they did that. The daughter, maybe it was like it was her and him, and then the friend somehow got in on it, if that's true, allegedly. If that's true, it's disgusting. Like, why would you do that with your stepdad? Your your old stepdad, mind you. I'm not saying do it with your young stepdad. I'm just saying he's like 71 at the time. Gross. Allegedly. It's insane that you, like, it's so scary to be like knocked out, not knowing what's going on. Somebody give you roofies and ecstasy pills and knock you out and not knowing what's going on downstairs. That's absolutely disgusting, allegedly. I just can't imagine walking in on something like that. And if that's true, allegedly, why would he think she would marry him? You know something? Men are so naive. Let's talk about this, because there's a lot of cases you'll be surprised, and I know y'all know I'm right. You would be surprised. That's why you have simps out there. You have a lot of men out here who would believe anything. And surprisingly, old men would believe this from a young girl. They really would. I'm like, they would really believe that they were getting married to this young girl. Just because you know her, you would believe she want to marry you. So naive. And if that's the case, that means the daughter had more. I would say she had more of the part in, like, to get him to kill her to get the money. I feel like it would be more on her, but I don't know. This is a weird case. It's nasty. That's what it is. Ultimately, Ruff reportedly admitted the poisoning to his wife because he felt bad, but it seems charges against potential co-conspirators never came, and in the end, Ruff did not have to plead guilty to the top conspiracy to commit murder charge. A judgment and sentencing document in the case obtained by Law and Crime shows that Ruff instead pled guilty to aggravated battery by knowingly or intentionally inflicting injury on a person that creates a substantial risk of death, a felony that will put the 71-year-old behind bars for 4 years, with 5 more years of prison suspended, unless he misbehaves or violates the various conditions of his probation. You get like 4 years for poisoning somebody? That's insane. She could have died. What the heck is wrong with the laws? And I always got to say this because these laws don't be making sense to me. He admitted this, and like he only get like 4 years. Like what? Yo. Then they try to throw in just because he might feel remorse. Like, no. The fact that she was being poisoned for years, they need to bring that back up. That's crazy. Only one part of those conditions were crossed out. Documents show that Wayne County Circuit Court Judge April Drake issues findings of both aggravating and mitigating circumstances in the case. Under aggravating factors, the judge said Ruff knew or should have known that the victim was a person with a disability, that he was married to her and aware of her vulnerabilities, and that there simply were other non-violent ways Ruff could have extracted himself from the turbulent relationship but didn't. On the other hand, the judge wrote that the assault was a result of circumstances unlikely to recur, that Ruff had no history of delinquency or criminal activity, that he's likely to respond affirmatively to probation or short-term imprisonment and unlikely to commit another crime, and that his being incarcerated will result in undue hardship to the defendant due to health concerns. Drake added that to his mitigating credit, Ruff expressed genuine remorse and cooperated with authorities. That's a slap in her face, because it's like, what? Just because he don't have history and that he looked like he has remorse doesn't mean anything. She said is unlikely to recur. Mind you, I don't think she caught this. It recurred every time he kept drugging her. Idiot. Like, these judges are really slow. They be thinking they're saying like they're really doing something. They're really not. This is why criminals continue to do crime. I don't care how old he is. You got criminals that still commit crimes later on. Old age. So it's like you got stuff like this is the reason why people are put back on the streets. He's not sentenced to nothing if he's still in prison 4 years, whatever. Hey, where's the attempted murder charge? And if that's true about the daughter, that's absolutely disgusting. Where are they at if that's true? Where is their confession? I'm confused. I feel like it's true because I don't know. She's saying he had remorse. I'm like, okay, that's why just because he told the truth. What? I feel like he told the truth because it was probably going to come out anyway. But I feel like he's kind of telling the truth too about the daughter, because it's like that's a lot of allegations, especially with poisoning like that. When you're poisoning somebody that much to knock them out, like it's actually, you're doing that for a reason. So that could be true, and I feel like it is. But where are they at? Why aren't they charged? It's so much I'm curious about. I might have to leave this one for like when I start this podcast too, because I'm going to research more about this case. I'm so confused. This is disgusting. That judge, I want to do research on her, because who are you to say somebody won't recur? You don't know what they're gonna do. Just because his age, just because he has remorse, that's exactly why people commit crimes still, because they can easily sway the judges. They're slow just like everybody else sometimes, and I don't understand, y'all. On that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay safe, stay alert, stay aware. Y'all, these people are crazy. You might have your husband drugging you. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.